Right, well, hello everyone. Welcome to the video. Here I just wanted to talk about a couple of things. The big sort of bullet points is, one, I'm on my way to Cit Con later on this month, so if you're also going to be there, feel free to come over and say hi and talk Star Citizen or talk anything really. But yeah, if you want an opportunity to like just sort of say hi in person, that is going to be one for you. And the other big bullet point is I'm planning to sort of return to making Star Citizen like gameplay videos. I took a big break from Star Citizen like gameplay. I still did the talking about Star Citizen videos, especially when something really got me hyped and I wanted to talk about it, but I've kind of been slacking on them a lot recently. But yeah, the Star Citizen discussion videos I want to start back up again, because everything Star Citizen starting to get a lot more exciting. I played a hell of a lot of Star Citizen a few years back, and I kind of burnt myself out of it a wee bit. And I'm planning, there's like, I thought, right, I want to wait until things are like fresh again. I want to wait until I've had like a wee bit of space, I've had like a wee bit of breather, and there is more new content, because there wasn't a lot of content back in the day, and a lot of stuff is being added when we are on the cusp of getting a 4.0 launch. So I think I'm going to wait for the 4.0 launch to start like doing new like gameplay videos, but I'm definitely going to start talking about it again. I'm going to start trying to build up the hype, get the excitement going. I'm going to be running Bar Citizen, at least one next year up here in Scotland. So yes, all that juicy stuff. So yeah, Cit Con. Big hype, cannot wait. I'm going to be down in Manchester for 4 days, because I'm travelling down one day, staying over 3 nights, and coming back like the 4th day. So I'll be in Manchester for like 4 days for the event. I know the event's only 2 days, but I wanted a day travel each side, so that I'm not just, you know, yeah, you understand. But so yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super excited to see all the presentations. I think Cit Con this year is going to be a very big deal. I am very excited for Cit Con. Like, I expect this. I would not be surprised this year. I'm 50-50. If I was a betting man, I would give the odds at 50-50 we get a Squadron 42 like a release expectation. I won't say date, because I would be very surprised if they give us an exact date, but I wouldn't be surprised, as I'm saying 50-50 if we get like a Squadron 42 Q4 2025 release window. Like, yeah, a release window, that would probably be a good way to put it. And I think we're gonna start getting a lot more information. A lot more information. We got a lot of information on 42 last year, and they have been sort of getting to the stage where it's slowly going to completion and getting towards the polish stage. And so I'm really sort of expecting the big ramp up in media. I think I said something similar last year, but I remember saying that it sort of feels, last year I was sort of saying it feels sort of slightly too soon, might be at that point, but I think we're definitely getting to that point now. I would be surprised if there is not some really big news for Squadron 42, especially how they've taken that you can no longer buy it as part of the pack, so you're no longer getting the huge saving for buying it way ahead of time, and lots of stuff like that. It's Squadron 42. The first part of Squadron 42, there's going to be 3 installments. Looks like it is finally coming near completion. Why did I come to this page? That was another point I was wanting to make later. So yeah, I'm really excited for Cit Con. I'm really excited for the PU information, what information we get there as well. Cit Con is always a huge deal if you love Star Citizen. We always get so much information, and it always feels kind of like a drought where you're starving beforehand. So it's sort of like we're in that sort of stage where it's the calm before the storm when it comes to Star Citizen news. We're in that sort of on the cusp of the battle, that's on the horizon. We're in that calm before the storm. I've already said it. That's exactly what it is. And I'm going to be there in person, in the crowd, watching the presentations, getting to go around, see all the merch, getting to watch the cosplay contest. Oh, it's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. It's going to be an amazing weekend, and I just cannot wait to be there in person. It's going to be amazing. And yeah, it's only weeks away now. I'm so excited. And yes, 4.0 is on the horizon. Huge milestone for the game, for the PU, for Star Citizen, not for 42 obviously. We're getting core tech, look at this down here, server meshing, and with that the ability to fly between Pyro and Stanton. I've been in Pyro when they did that testing of Pyro before, so I've explored a wee bit of Pyro, so Pyro's not 100% new, but having the two be in the same sort of game is going to be amazing. I'm really, really looking forward to the opportunities that this is going to bring. I'm really, really looking forward to how it's going to bring every form of gameplay and make it just that wee bit more interesting. And it's going to get the game that wee bit closer to what the finished product is going to be like. And, well, it's going to be just this wee step that makes a huge difference in getting the game feeling like what its final product is going to be like. And what I'm really hoping is, I'm really hoping they really nail down some good, like, gameplay type stuff. Like, not just the mechanics, but, like, the vibe of the gameplay would probably be a good way to do it. And also get people working together to be larger than the sum of their parts. What I'm really hoping for with the addition of Pyro is to have people wanting to band together for protection, be that as traders, be that as pirates. Like, I still think the lone wolf will be a great way to go, but I think you're going to be able to, like, say for every player you bring along, you can, like, I don't know, say the potential of every player is times by like 1.5. So like one player on his own, you get value 1. Then say if you've got 2 players, it's 2 times 1.5, because they can bring slightly bigger ships and they can do slightly more work together, and then they get a value of 3. Then if you had 3 players, maybe you get 1.6 out of them. And if you get 4 players, you get 1.7. So you're getting better returns. And that's from like the math side of things, like the economy side of things. But what I see that actually looking like in game, this is one of the parts that really excite me, is I'm pretty sure I've talked about it before. Traders. Say you are trading. At the moment you're traveling around Stanton, pretty much safe. Even in the larger ships, people generally just fly them solo. They just get in and fly it. They don't need turret gunners, they don't need escorts. It's not a big deal. They just load it up. They can either use the tractor beam to load up their vehicle, or they can, have they added the AI, like, load it for you timer thing yet? I'm not sure if they've added that yet. But I know they were planning to add it. I'm not sure if it's coming in a later patch or it's already been added, because as I said, I've not been playing. I've just been sort of following the development. But it is coming soon if it's not here already, and it will be here definitely by 4.0. But yeah, I'm getting distracted and it's not nothing to do with my point really. But yeah, there's no real point for traders to play together at the moment. But, oh, Steam, thank you for telling me Satisfactory has finished downloading. When traders are going to start trading in Pyro to Stanton and Stanton to Pyro, Pyro's not a safe space. Pyro is going to be a safer space for unlawful players. For pirates, and I imagine the NPCs you bump into in Pyro are going to be a lot less favourable. You're going to be much better, like much worse odds, if you want to look at it that way, of finding pirates in Pyro. Unless you're looking for pirates, then you're going to have much better odds of finding pirates. So things are going to be a lot more dangerous. You're going to need those turret gunners. You're going to need those escorts. You're going to need other players to watch your back. And so what I'm really hoping is that traders will start to band together. They'll have maybe their one big ship, then they'll have some turret gunners, they'll have some fighter escorts, and they'll make the value of the items that they're buying in Pyro have a much larger sell value in Stanton than it would in Pyro. So they're having to go to one end of Pyro, pick up a load of stuff, and take it to the other end of Stanton, which, I don't know, how long is that going to take you in travel time? Probably about 30 minutes, 40 minutes in travel time. So the journeys are going to be a lot longer. So having people with you to keep you entertained and do stuff with as you're traveling, which sounds like a good idea to me. And also... it's going to be much more dangerous, and if the item's much more valuable, it's then going to give people incentive to do these longer, more dangerous trade runs, which they're going to need. So I'm hoping that the commodities you can buy in the one end of Pyro give you like 5 times more profit than just trading around Stanton kind of thing. But then I'm going to want pirates to be hunting us. I'm going to want it to be sort of like a PvPvE kind of situation, which most of the game technically is a PvPvE or PvE you know what I'm trying to say, kind of situation. And yeah, that's the simplest way to explain it off the top of my head, what I'm sort of thinking, where I'm sort of rambling and going on and on and on and on about how I want players to have to band together, but then they make more profit from banding together, if you get what I'm saying. It gives you incentive. It gives you incentive to use the larger ships. It gives you ease of mind because it'll be safer. You'll still be able to come in your little small craft and like ninja some from one side to the other, but you'll be in a smaller ship. You won't be as protected. You'll be having to fly under the radar. I would imagine it'd take you a lot of time. Whereas I said it's like 40 minutes to do it with a bunch of, like, say, 5 people and a trading ship and a couple of escorts. Yeah, they can do it in 40 minutes. If you're going in a little tiny ship, you're going to be having to stop for fuel. Would you even be able to get across all of Pyro? Because Pyro's a lot bigger than Stanton, and some ships can't even make it across all of Stanton without needing to refuel. So yeah, and Pyro is going to be a lot that, like, because it's so unlawful, like, your ability to refuel is not going to be guaranteed. Pyro is a huge addition to the game, and I could ramble about it over and over and over again. Yeah, so I think 4.0 is going to be a great time for me to jump in. Look at this. Asteroid base, Pyro 1, Pyro 2, Pyro 3, Pyro 3, Pyro 4, 5. 4.0 is a huge milestone in the game, and I think it is exactly what I've been waiting for, to get back in and be playing on the regular. I have rambled way longer than I intended to about Pyro and just that trading and getting players, not forcing players to band together and use the bigger ships, but rewarding them, and especially with stuff like engineering coming online and larger ships slowly starting to get the things come online that make them powerful, like dedicated engineers, like armor. Armor's not in game yet, but it will be, like, soon TM. Not that soon TM. I've not actually seen them talking about introducing it, but it was just another example of one of the things that have to come online to make larger ships more powerful. And over time, there's going to be more and more stuff coming online that makes larger ships more powerful. And I'm not saying that fighters are going to be weak, it's just we're going to be moving away from this fighter meta where everyone just roams around in their little solo ship and that's it. And even if you're a trader, you often take the bigger ships out and about, but you still just flying it solo. We're going to be moving away from that sort of meta, and fighters are still going to be a thing, they're still going to be great, but they're not going to be the be-all and end-all. And Pyro having much larger expanses to explore, fuel, like Stanton, we are spoiled in Stanton. It's such a small system. Refueling is basically everywhere. So as I was saying again, fighter meta, it's not surprising we have a fighter meta right now, but as more parts of it start coming online, it's going to be moving away and further away from it. And it's not going to penalise the people that are still just wanting to do their little fighter, like the fighter meta these days. It's just going to be adding incentives that, like, not bonuses, again, it's not even right. Like, you're still going to be able to do your solo stuff. It's just going to start turning the game into this solo in an MMO space type game into an actual MMO game where you're wanting to do, like, the equivalent of raids. You're wanting to do the equivalent of dungeons. And yeah, it's just turning the game into an MMO and making it worthwhile to do so. It's Lone Wolf stuff is still there, just actually given the multiplayer side of it an actual reason to exist, instead of just being a shooting yourself in the foot to do so. Yeah. And I've rambled on. I started rambling again. You can just see how this game gets me excited, though. That is why I end up rambling and rambling. I didn't even put much up at the back, because as I said, I just wanted to talk about this, and that was basically it. I'm going to... It was meant to be like, I'm going to Citizen Con 4.0, we're going to be starting doing stuff again. If you are interested in playing as well, the Discord is in the link in the description. We play games in there on the regular, and you'd be more than welcome to join. And we may start some Star Citizen stuff up in there as well, if anyone's interested in playing Star Citizen. Or if you're in Scotland and interested in the Bar Citizen, let me know and I'll find you a link for that as well to join that Discord server, but I'm not going to put that one in the description because it's not to do with the channel. Yes, hope you've all enjoyed this. Maybe see you at Citizen Con. Hype? I am hype. I turned the camera on and rambled for 15 minutes when I was meant to be 5. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.